hope the video that you just saw turned out as good as I had it planned out in my head. I'm right now here in the past, so I do not know what this video is going to look like. If you're new here, I create weekly content on filmmaking, photography, and gear review. So it'd be greatly appreciated if you hit that subscribe button and support the cause. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here. For today's video, I thought I would challenge myself and create a product video using only my phone. I'll be using the iPhone 11 with the Movie Pro app, which is a paid app. I'm not sure how much it costs right now. The reason why I want to use this app is that I want full manual controls of my camera. I'll also be announcing at the end of this video the winner of the wireless microphone giveaway, so stay tuned for that. So I was walking at the supermarket and I was thinking about a way to shoot a product video with my phone and see how that would look like. So I came across this cold brew at the supermarket from a brand that I've never heard of, Califia. Here you go. This video is not sponsored. I just saw it and I thought it would be a great test subject for today's video. All right, so let's get started and show you my setup. This is my setup here. I turned my living room into this homemade studio. I have this black plexiglass that's really good for product photography or product videography. I have my seamless paper backdrop, which is going to be lit up by that Yongnuo 216 spotlight, a really cheap one. I have this tube light right here, which will be giving me a little bit of fill light. I have my main light, the Godox SL60. In front of it, I have the reflection side of the 5-in-1 reflector. I added an extra layer of diffusion because I wanted to soften the light even further on the product. And to hold my phone, I have this clamp right here, this phone clamp. This you can probably get from any selfie stick. I also have my Canova slider on my Manfrotto tripod. And this is my main setup for today. I have this set up first. This is going to be the last hero shot because I know I want the background in there. So what I need to do is record about 10 seconds of just the background so I can use that as my clean plate or my background plate for the other shots where I'll be using that green screen. This is going to be the first shot that I'm going to be taking, but it's actually going to be the last hero shot that'll appear at the end of the video. For this shot, I wanted to showcase the coffee, so I pre-made some coffee and I poured some cream on it, and that was shot at 60 frames per second. It'll be slowed down a little bit, so just so that you can see that cream flowing into the coffee. It's quite difficult shooting on a smartphone because you can't change focal length without zooming in digitally, and you don't want to do that too much because that actually degrades the footage a little bit. So definitely a challenge. And also there's no monitor, the screen doesn't flip up here, there's no flip out screen on the phone, so it's tiring. So what I want to do is have this coffee drink sort of open itself. So as it rotates, the cap is going to unscrew itself. So I'm going to film the bottle by itself without the cap, and then the cap by itself. The cap I'm going to put on top of this glass here just sort of to elevate it, and I've used green tape around it, and that is going to help me key out that green, and it's just gonna make it easy for me to mask out that cap later in post. And I also have a display rotation stand that I'm using that I'll use for both of these guys. Also forgot to mention that I'll be shooting this on a green screen so that it's easier to mask these elements later in post. I'll also get a shot of this, the entire thing as well, in case the idea that I have in mind doesn't work out. So always shoot backups. For this shot, I put a bunch of coffee beans into this bottle and I'm just gonna toss them up in the air, and later on I'm gonna mask those beans and along with the bottle and the cap to create that one shot. So I'm gonna probably shoot this at 120 frames per second and maybe at 240 frames per second and see if the quality of the 240 frames per second is not bad. We'll use that, but we'll check it out. So what I did later in post, I dragged in the key light effect onto the clip and I masked out that green. After that, I went and created a mask to further remove everything in the shot that wasn't green. And then I added keyframes and adjusted the mask path accordingly. I then rotated the clip and I arranged all the elements and the frame, such as the bottle, the cap, and the beans. I added position keyframes, which I animated. I also arranged the size of the coffee beans and just arranged them and composited all these 3 elements together. And I already had the clean background that had filmed by itself, so that was my background layer. This next shot's going to get a little messy. I'm going to put the phone right here, and I'm going to use an elastic band to wrap it around, the bottle here, and it's going to pour this way, and I'm going to try to capture that slow-mo with the phone. I'll try to shoot at both 120 frames per second and 240 frames per second and pick which one I want to use later in post. So that brings me to the final shot of the night. Again, with the green screen, what we're going to do is bring in almonds into the video. So this is with almond beverage. It says with almonds, so we have to bring in some almonds. And my idea is that I'm going to shoot this at a high frame rate, either at 120 frames per second or 240, and we're gonna have this in 2 shots, one with the almonds going one way and the other one with the coffee being thrown the other way, and we'll match that together in post and hopefully it works out. So what I did for this, again, I added the key light effect to remove all the green. I then created a mask to further remove everything in the shot that was not green, except for the coffee beans. I had to play around with this and further adjust the mask and the path of the mask using keyframes just to make sure that my hand was masked out. I did the same thing with the almonds. I created a mask around the path that the almonds were traveling, making sure that I was masking out everything I wanted to be maxed out. The last thing I had to do for this shot was to combine the almonds and the coffee beans together and put in the background layer afterwards. I adjusted the timing on both of these clips, adjusted for scale as necessary, and just composited them on top of each other. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and the behind the scenes process and how I shot this video using only my phone. Let me know in the comments below if there are any phone apps that you're currently using to get manual controls on your camera. I would love to hear about it. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video to people you know. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe. Your support will be greatly appreciated. So it's time to announce the winner of the giveaway. Thank you again so much for everyone who entered, and best of luck to all of you. I still don't know who the winner is, so we're going to be choosing the winner together right now. So I found this comment picker website, random comment picker website, and that's how we're going to be picking our winner. Start raffle and pick random winner. Are you guys ready? All right, count me in. 3, 2. Elliot Marks. Congratulations, Elliot. You're the winner of the giveaway. So I'll be replying to your comment and that video, and you can send me your Instagram or Twitter handle and we can communicate the details over there, and we'll get this microphone sent to you right away. Thanks to everyone who participated and entered. Thank you again so much for 1,000.